Hey everyone, and welcome apparel manufacturing students. We've got an explainer today that's, quite frankly, going to completely transform how you approach production, and more importantly, save you some serious money. We're diving deep into the art and the science of marker making. It's the absolute blueprint for your entire cutting room. But before we even glance at the syllabus, I want you to consider this staggering stat. Fabric makes up an astounding 45 to 60% of your total garment cost. Just let that sink in. That single figure makes marker efficiency the absolute core of your profitability. If you waste fabric during the cutting phase, well, you are quite literally throwing away your profit margins before a single needle even drops.
Okay, so here's our agenda for this masterclass. We're going to cover why marker making matters, technical rules and constraints, the step-by-step layout guide, strategies to reduce wastage, manual versus CAD methods, and we'll wrap up with the CAD efficiency advantage. Let's jump right into Section 1, Why Marker Making Matters.
So what is this exactly? Marker making is really all about finding the absolute most efficient placement for cutting. You want to ensure you're wasting as little of that pricey fabric as humanly possible. Think of it like a giant, high-stakes jigsaw puzzle. You take your key inputs, like the pattern pieces for all your different sizes, your exact fabric width, your cutting order plan, and you have to solve that puzzle to maximize fabric utilization. Get this right, and you instantly boost your cutting room's productivity while protecting your garment quality. Moving right along to Section 2, Technical Rules and Constraints. Now, when you're laying out your pieces, you're bound by some pretty strict, non-negotiable rules. You can't just throw things wherever. For instance, you absolutely must leave a 0.5-inch width allowance. That means your fabric width has to exceed your marker width by at least half an inch. Same goes for length. Fabric length must exceed the marker length by at least 2 inches, so that's an inch on both ends. And grain lines? They've got to be perfectly aligned. For wovens, the grain line must be parallel to the warp or lengthwise direction. For knits, it's parallel to the vertical wales. Oh, and if you're dealing with asymmetric fabrics, all your pattern pieces have to be laid out in the exact same direction to keep things looking consistent. And you know, sometimes the physical fabric itself actually fights back against your efficiency goals. Take one-way naps, like velvet or corduroy. If you just flip a pattern piece upside down to try and make it fit into a tight spot, the light is going to hit that fabric differently. That garment panel will literally look like a completely different color. So this strict limitation on rotation inherently reduces your overall marker efficiency. You just have to work around it.
All right, Section 3, the step-by-step layout guide.
The real-world secret to high efficiency is having a structured approach. Here's how you do it. Step 1. Always place your large, bulky pattern pieces first. Think your front and back jacket panels. Step 2. Once those are down, carefully identify the awkward gaps that naturally form between them. Step 3. This is where the magic happens. You aggressively nest your smaller pattern pieces right into those resulting gaps. It's like interlocking the curved shape of a sleeve cap perfectly into the curved cutout of an armhole. Beautiful, right? And step 4. Through it all, make sure you maintain a consistent 0.5 centimeter spacing between pieces.
Up next, Section 4, Strategies to Reduce Wastage.
There are two main culprits hiding in your layouts, just eating up your profits. First, you've got inside wastage. This is the loss hiding in the gaps between your pattern pieces, completely inside the marker area. It's usually caused by irregular shapes or really steep size differences. Then you have outside wastage. This is the material lurking at the edges and ends of the fabric roll, basically the edge waste right beyond your marker width, and those totally unusable end bits. So how do we combat these specific losses? You need targeted strategies. For inside loss, you've got to keep that spacing to an ideal 0.5 centimeters and constantly optimize how shapes nest together. For outside loss, you have to continually adjust your marker widths and ensure much better lay alignment before you even start cutting. And to handle those super frustrating end bits, combine small markers to utilize every last inch of the roll and reuse those fabric leftovers for smaller accessories or even sample garments. Waste not, want not, right?
Let's hit Section 5, Manual versus CAD methods.
There is a massive operational divide in the industry today. The traditional, manual route requires spreading physical marker paper out, arranging pieces entirely by hand, painstakingly checking grain direction, and tracing every single outline. Now, compare that to the CAD workflow. It's digital pattern input, incredibly high-speed software auto-nesting, and a final printout via a plotter. It's literally a completely different paradigm. Let's weigh them objectively here. Look, manual layouts are simple and they're undeniably cheap to start, but they are incredibly time-consuming and inherently less efficient simply because human planners can't calculate nesting options as fast as a computer algorithm. CAD software, on the other hand, delivers incredible accuracy and those amazing auto-nesting features. But to be fair, it does come with limitations you have to plan for, namely a pretty high upfront software cost and the time it takes to properly train your staff to use it.
Finally, Section 6, the CAD efficiency advantage.
So, what does this technological upgrade actually yield in hard data? When you put them head-to-head, a really skilled manual planner achieves around an 82.5% efficiency rate on average. But when you flip the switch and deploy CAD AutoNest software, that efficiency gets pushed to an absolutely incredible 91%. That is an 8.5% direct improvement in your fabric utilization. Just let that sink in for a second. Going back to our very first principle, remember? Fabric is 45 to 60% of your total garment cost. Saving 8.5% of your raw material across an entire massive production run, that translates to absolutely massive financial savings. The technology practically pays for itself by finding those tiny gaps the human eye just misses. As you plan your future production runs and evaluate your cutting room floor, I want to leave you with this final thought. When fabric dictates the absolute bulk of your budget and CAD offers an 8.5% efficiency boost on that exact expense, is embracing CAD technology the only real path forward for a modern production room? Thanks so much for joining this explainer. Now get out there and go optimize your markers.